Hello, I'm Alan Bramwell. Welcome to my demonstration. In this demonstration, we're going to look at 4 areas: how to improve the sound of your station, designing web players, where to locate a listening link, and uploading files. The first thing I wanted to show you, though, is the Giants of Jazz Radio front page of the website. Basically, we play music from the 1940s through to present day. And people come along to the website and can get involved and suggest music and all sorts of things. But the important thing I want to talk to you about is firstly uploading files. Now this is an easy process. We're going to go over to this right hand side of the page. You'll see the Add Media button, and within that there are 2 main ways of uploading files: a browser and a file transfer protocol. The browser is really there if you've got a few files to add, but if you've got a lot of files, I would suggest that you would use the file transfer protocol. But let's have a look at the browser first. So basically, if you had a file that you of music you wanted to add, let's say this one, we just drag it and drop it within the red frame, and as you do that, you'll see that it's showing you how much it's uploading. It doesn't take long at all, and there's also another indicator there. So that's one way in which you can add files to your station. The other option is the file transfer protocol. A bit more complicated because you've got to upload a bit of software called FileZilla, and when you start it up, you get this framework. It's populated with my station at the moment, but so when you look in the little box here, you'll see that there are information about the server, username and password, and that corresponds to across the top of the FileZilla. So you've got the server, username and password there, and once you've connected, you're then able to upload by clicking on that button, and then you can it's now operational and you can use it. I won't transfer over a file, but basically again it's the same process of dragging and dropping, or even if you wanted more than one, you can basically just pick a whole load of files there and drag them all if you want to. So that's the 2 ways in which you can populate your station with tracks. To check that the files you have put on are on the system, you basically go to the track button here, and this will give you a list of the files that have been added, so they're all ready to be tagged and then incorporated within the radio station. So that's a way in which you can transfer files. The next thing I wanted to show you was how to locate a listen link. Now, it's really important that you have facilities like listen links, because it's about spreading the word about your station. And as part of the process, you'll need to be able to share your listen link. If you want to get involved with directories or apps or other platforms, you're going to need to submit this listen link. So going back to the dashboard, again on the left hand side, 5 items down, we've got listen. If you click on that, that opens the listen links, and within that you've got the opportunity of getting your stream. So this is basically a URL code, which is a unique address, web address, which carries your audio stream, and you can copy it by just pressing that button, and you can transfer it over. You can even include it in emails or forms as you're applying to be involved on these various different platforms. So this is a really important way in which you can spread the word about your station. And I think that as far as the listener's concerned, they want the process of hearing your station as simple as possible. So I think if you can just copy and paste a piece of streaming code or URL code, great for them. There are other ways, of course, which you can engage with listeners, but that's one of the most simplest ways, I think, of basically sharing your listening link through a newsletter. I've even included it on using it on a Facebook page, a Giants of Jazz Facebook page. So it's a really useful way in which you can locate and promote the station. The next thing I wanted to show you is the web player. So I'm going back to the main dashboard, and within that you've got the listen link the web player. So you're looking at the web player and how to design one. That's just an example of the one I have, and you remember that it's also on the front page of the website as well. If you wanted to design a new one, again, you go to the right hand side to add player, and there you have basically two types. You have the classic type and the artwork type. Now the artwork type is really to allow you to get your imagination to run wild. You can populate that with fantastic kind of artwork or something that's symbolic of what you're doing, your station or whatever. The classic is a bit more basic. Let's just go and add there. So to add a new player, we've just got to put in a name. So just for example, radio station, and then within that, a lot of this work has been done for you, and it's thanks to the guys and gals at radio.co for making this pretty straightforward. What you are able to do is design using these buttons. Even the shape of the player that you want it with, corners or not, whether it engages with other social media, that it connects with Spotify and gives a link if people are wanting to hear the track, they can engage with Spotify that way. You can even have the opportunity to pop out, so you can put it on a separate page, or even on the front of your computer when it starts up. So there's lots of things you can do. You can change the colour of things. You can do all sorts of things. The size is important. I think I've chosen medium, but I could choose large, which gives you a different view of an iPlayer. So you've got lots of options here, and I think you just need to play around with it and find something and a style that you like, and whether you want to go all out and make the artwork of it more sophisticated. The final thing I wanted to show you is how you can improve the sound of your station. I think this is really key in attracting listeners. I think it's fair to say that listeners generally are quite acute about radio, quality of radio, and their expectations can be quite high. I think radio.co do really great things to promote your station and to make it look good. It also gives you an opportunity to build on your station and develop that relationship with listeners. Finally, I just want to talk to you a bit about ways in which you can improve your station. So again, going back to the dashboard and some of the settings, let's just go down to settings actually, because on here you'll see that there are various ways in which you can make it easy for listeners to enjoy what you're doing. I've come to, so within the dashboard, I've come to settings, and in here there are some really useful kind of ways in which you can tweak the sound of your station. Let's go to broadcast tab, and within that there are various things that you could do. For example, maybe you enjoy fading one track into another. That gives you the facility to drag and drop, sorry, not drag and drop, but put this on a continuum. Depends on to what extent you want it to crossfade and how soon and things like that. Or you can have no crossfade, so one track will end and then the next track will start. That's one way in which you can change the sound of the station. It's important that when your tracks go out that they're all of a similar volume. You've got the volume normalization button that can keep the volume on a steady level. It compresses it. You've also got the this is really important, audio stream quality. You're able to get the maximum kind of quality of your station through that, and again it's you find a happy medium on that line there. And again, if you are looking to broadcast and use mobiles, there's a facility there about the quality. So essentially it's important that listeners, I think, get the best quality possible for your station. It will ensure that they develop that relationship with you, and it's something that I really hope that you're successful with. So thanks for listening to my video.